Hey, welcome back. This is the Excuse Me Brother podcast. I'm your host that does the most, wants nothing but violence, Brother Tay. And here with me today is one and only.
Brother. I don't know why I was gonna say I'm Brother J. I'm Producer J.
Little identity crisis there, and I'm Brother Zay.
Yeah, Brother J.
That's right. And
he was supposed to be with us, but once again,
life.
He didn't watch the movies either. So
it's okay. He's playing Mass Effect. You leave him alone.
Yes, I will give him bonus points because
he's
playing Mass Effect, so we're straight.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, welcome. Like I said, welcome back to the Excuse Me Brother podcast. Whether you're listening to this on Apple, Google, or wherever you listen to all your podcasting, or you watching us on the YouTubes, remember to like, follow, subscribe, do whatever you want. Give us money. I want money.
Please.
I appreciate it. And remember to find us all on all the things on Excuse Me Brother on Instagram. Excuse me _ brother. We have a link tree, and also it's brother with an A, not an ER, because we're not racist. Like I said before. All right, thank you and welcome. Thank you, welcome. My sock is itchy. All right, let's go.
You good? You had like 2 cups of coffee or something like that?
I didn't even drink coffee. I just have an unnecessary burst of energy. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Hey.
Maybe it's the rage in me.
The rage.
Slowly seeping out.
every other second, it's a slow rage till I decide to burn the world again.
It's all good. We all gotta let it out.
Then I get banned from another state, but we don't talk about that.
Another state. Wow.
I just got that clearance back. We don't talk about it.
Sorry, our lips are sealed.
Don't go to Montana. That's all I'm saying.
What the fuck are you doing over there? Montana?
I travel, boy. I travel.
Anyway, so last week we did the MCU Phase 4 TV shows. We ranked them. And this week we're going to be doing the movies.
Yeah.
So I know...
the saddest movies.
I know. These are some emotional-ass movies, let's be honest.
Yeah.
Honestly, so I was honestly told that when these movies were released, they let the directors have a lot more freedom to do their signature things.
Yes.
They did.
They did. And you can tell, especially... I say you can tell, especially with Doctor Strange. Because that is mostly like a Sam Raimi movie. That's what I've heard like a lot of people say. And Sam Raimi is mostly... he does horror movies.
Yeah.
Mostly campy.
It wasn't really campy, but I can tell you right now, there was a lot of good jump scares that would be in a horror movie.
Yes, it definitely was, and we will get.
There was some good moments. I was like, "This is not a Marvel. This is a horror Marvel.
Yeah,
this shit's great."
I wish they would have like gone all the way with it, like actually make a horror film. Because I originally when they first announced Doctor Strange, they announced it as a horror movie, and I was like, "Yo, I'm down for that." But you know, it is what it is. So let's just get right into it. We're gonna start off because there's 7 movies in Phase 4, and let's start with number 7. So either you guys want to start.
Let's list all the movies so our viewers know exactly which movies we're going off.
Because I'm forgetful.
Yes,
it's not just with you; it's also for me because I'm slow.
Yeah.
So we got Black Widow, Shang-Chi, The Eternals, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, Spider-Man No Way Home, Thor Love and Thunder, and Black Panther Wakanda Forever.
Let that man breast.
You are on something today.
The sad part is I'm not on anything until we get off this.
Right?
Which is just what we're gonna be like for the rest of the.
Hey, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. So
one of us has to be.
Well, since you're so energetic, you want to go first? What's your number 7?
So as a number 7, I'm gonna put the one of the 2 movies I actually didn't get the chance to fully see.
Okay.
Only was the first one. It was Black Widow.
Okay.
And off the rec that I didn't really get to see it, but I didn't hear nothing good about it. Like it's not like I like Black Widow. I love the character and I love the actress who plays like her. They're really good. But out of all the Marvel movies that the seven that came out, I heard nothing about it. Like nothing. Everyone said it was average. I heard nothing good about it. There was like I heard there was no good action. No one talked about the action scene, the fight scene. They were just like, it was all right. It was a Marvel movie. That's what people say.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Yeah.
Zay, any thoughts?
That is my number 7 as well. Yeah.
And that I'll just go on and say that's my number 7.
Okay, good. I'm glad that's your number 7 because, yeah, it's a rough ride. Black Widow wasn't the best. The story was The action wasn't all that there. It was just a bland movie. It didn't have to be a movie.
Yeah,
It could have just been like a TV show or something. It could have been like a
Damn,
Hawkeye-ish type TV show.
damn, that's a full on indictment when you say it didn't have to be a movie. That's an indictment if I ever heard one.
I just wasn't that interesting, and I seen everything here. So it's just
yeah,
number 7 is where it needs to be.
yeah. I think what hurt it a lot was the fact that it was supposed to come out in 2020, right?
Yeah,
I
And
believe so.
I think a lot of people were hyped about it because coming off of Endgame, people wanted something. They wanted
more. Yeah,
more
something more.
Marvel. Like people were on a Marvel high, and then COVID happened, and everything got pushed back a year.
Yeah.
So it left.
Everything was closed.
Yeah, everything was closed, and they were struggling to figure out, or are they going to release it in theaters, or are they going to put it on Disney Plus, or eventually they put it on Disney Plus.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
But I think people were expecting a lot more from the first movie after Endgame, that it was just too high expectations, and they just could not reach it. The acting was okay. I liked David Harbour as Red Guardian. He's great.
David Harbour is good in a lot of things he does. So
Yes.
you
Actually,
can't go wrong with a good David Harbour role.
Side note, me and my fiance just finished watching Stranger Things. So
Ooh, you
yeah,
just
so
finished watching all of it?
yeah, just all of it. We started in
Fun.
October for like Halloween and stuff. But no, it's great,
It's a
and
2 month ride.
he's great.
The man has kids and a life.
Yes. One positive thing is obviously David Harbour. Another, well, I guess that's just another positive is I thought Yelena also was really good. Florence Pugh. So
I mean, she was also really good in Hawkeye. Like her role,
yes,
in general, her roles in any MCU projects have been good. So
yes. So she's done a good job. She was a highlight of that movie.
yeah,
But outside of that, I really didn't care. The stuff with Taskmaster.
Taskmaster.
it was all very lackluster. The whole movie, I felt.
Yeah, it
you
felt
know?
like
Taskmaster.
I felt like maybe this movie should have came out earlier, like in phase 3. Like, because I feel like it doesn't really tie into anything outside of Hawkeye, because
Yeah.
by that point,
Yeah,
Natasha was already dead.
yeah.
So it's like,
It sets up all for like Thunderbolts and stuff. But
yeah,
none of that matters now.
exactly.
So it's like, it don't have to be here.
Yeah. So that's my number
All right.
7. So Zay, what's your number 6?
My number 6 is Eternals.
That is also
Eternals.
my number 6.
Stop
feel like we're
copying
gonna
me.
I
Okay?
feel like we're gonna have the
Stop it.
same.
Yeah,
Hey,
our list is
is
gonna
that
be
your
very
6?
same.
Tay, that's your 6.
Oh, is it?
We have
Yeah.
very similar list.
Yeah, we definitely do.
It just, yeah. Right now we do the first two.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
see.
We'll see about the next 5.
So Eternals for me, it wasn't. I liked it. I just didn't like it. I just thought it was gonna be more. The action was really cool, especially that fight scene at the end, where I can't remember any of their names. That's how
Well,
like
their names are hard.
Yeah.
It's okay.
yeah, I can't remember
Their
any
names
of
are
their names.
complicated.
But the one that's basically like the Flash, that fight scene at the end.
Makari, I think.
Oh,
Yes, which was
The Flash versus Cyclops, as I put
yeah,
it.
which he was zipping around the beach and just punch him. It was
Yeah,
awesome.
like
So the action sequence was really good. I think the story was
It's okay. They had, I want to say it's like 9 or 10 different characters
yeah,
that they
something like
had to
that.
introduce all at once within 2.5 hours, I think it was. That's
mhm.
insane. Like, there's no way you can introduce 10 brand new characters. I wouldn't say brand new because obviously they had the comics, but
Yeah,
they're brand new to
It's
the
still brand
MCU.
new to the screen.
Yeah, exactly. So,
to the MCU fans.
yes. So that was already a difficult task as it is, but it also didn't help that they tried to make it more of like a drama, and
Yeah,
it that's not what like people want. Like I appreciate that they're trying new things and they're experimenting with different types of formats and stuff like that, but I think with that story in particular, you can't really deviate too much from the MCU formula
Yeah,
because it's new characters. We don't care about them. We don't care about the drama between them because we don't know who they are. So it's like, why should I care that Cersei and Icarus are in a relationship, or they were, and then what's his name? Dane, I think it is. Her boyfriend. How does he, the one who's Black Knight?
oh yeah, the black.
oh yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
I was like the black guy.
no.
not the black guy. Not the black guy. Um,
Sorry, get my people confused.
um,
Apologies.
but yeah, so like they were trying to throw too much at once, and I think it fell apart and all over itself because it was just
It
it was just trying.
it needed to be honestly. This probably would have been a lot. Like I know we said the other movie would have been better released as a TV. This probably needed to be more of a TV
Yes,
series, just so it can do all the characters, anything that people would care about.
yes,
Because it's a 2 hour movie. The story is a little kind of all over the place, but it somewhat gets your attention. But you're still introducing 10 characters to new people, and a lot of people are going to be like, okay, this person died, so what?
Yeah,
right,
The only connection they had to the prequel was like, oh, I knew that actor from somewhere else.
exactly.
and then,
So now I feel sadness for that. That's it.
and then it doesn't help that like no other project even mentions the giant, you know, cosmic being coming out of Earth.
They
You
Yeah.
mentioned it,
know,
but like in the briefest of passing.
yeah, it's like a little article on the
Where?
side. You know, it's
Yeah,
like right there
Yeah,
on the
this thing's supposed
side.
to be this villain's supposed to be super old in Earth, and I'm like, this is all right. That's nice, I
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah. And it also doesn't help for character development when you find out toward the end. I mean, there's no real spoilers now, right? So
yeah,
you find out toward the
I
end that
guess.
like most of them are all clones, and they've done this like a billion times in different planets. It's like, okay, so they're all clones. Who cares what happens to them? You know, it's like,
right.
We'll see them again.
yeah, it almost makes it feel like they're not that important because there's a billion of them out there doing the same thing across the whole universe.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry. Before we, this is a segue. My dog got done. My puppy's done with me, so now he's at the window looking at the street. Like I'm tired of this world.
um,
All right.
no, another really like negative thing. Honestly, I feel like I'm talking more negative than I am than I did with Black Widow. But
Dang.
one thing that like I was really let
That's
down
more
with
enjoyable.
was just the fact that the deviants weren't like anything of note. Like the main bad guy, I can't even remember his name.
They were deviants.
No, I know that they were there, but like they didn't play any role or any significant role. It was more about the interconnectivity of like all the group or whatever and all that stuff. And then the freaking main bad guy, he gets freaking like killed off in the most like offhand way. Like it was just like a blink and you'll miss it. Like literally, he captured Tina, I think, and she like stabs him, and that's it. Like really, that's the main bad guy. I don't know.
Yeah.
He's a
And then
bad
they
guy.
turned Icarus into the quote unquote bad guy. They tried to make him like
Yeah.
what is it? That storyline with Superman where he like
Injustice.
I don't know what it is. You would know,
Yeah, but
Isaiah.
I need more information. You're like the
The one
storyline of
where
Superman.
he becomes like bad and he's like he wants like yeah the
That's what
injustice
he just said.
storyline.
It's just injustice.
Yeah, yeah,
He
yeah.
said it.
So basically, they wanted to do that, but with Icarus, where like he wanted to like hold the line, be justice, whatever,
Yeah.
at any means, whatever.
Any means necessary for justice.
Yeah,
Batman on crack.
or just follow what he's ordered to do,
Yeah.
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 Dictatorship.
sort of.
All right.
But anyway,
Producer Jay, you have to tell us what narrow number 5 is first. Yeah, let's
Yeah.
go first.
okay. So my number 5 is Thor: Love and Thunder.
It's my
Again?
number 5.
Fuck.
Okay.
Are you
Yeah,
serious?
it's my number 5.
Oh, come on. I
You
thought
know
I
what's
thought
funny?
it was gonna be
No,
different.
you know what's funny? Literally, like, but right as we started, I switched Thor and Eternals because I was like, you know what? I really didn't like Eternals that much. I kind of like Thor a little bit more because Thor originally was my number 6, but now I switched it to 5.
I see. I see.
But
I thought Thor was more enjoyable than Eternals. That's why it's at 5 for me as well.
yeah, I mean, Thor. I mean, I'll just say it like I think they kind of went a little too far into the comedy aspect. Whereas,
They normally do that with Thor movies, honestly.
well, they did it with Ragnarok, and I felt like that was
Yeah.
more acceptable because of what Thor was before, where he was like super super serious.
Yeah.
And I felt like they took that detour and it paid off because it was actually funny. But I felt like it was funny in a way that also works within the MCU, where because at the time Thor had lost everything, so it made sense for because they say that some people deal with grief with comedy. So he lost his father. He lost he didn't lose his brother yet, but he lost his mother. Like there was a lot of stuff going on in his life, and he lost Jane. So it makes sense for why somebody would turn to like being more funny as like a coping mechanism. But I
Yeah.
felt like they leaned too far into it with Ragnarok or with Love and Thunder
Over Thunder.
to the point where it was just like, okay, like, can you at least be a little bit serious? Like, you got a god butcher who's kidnapping kids and you're making jokes. Like, come on.
I don't know. We're saying we don't really count this one for spoilers, are we?
No, 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 no.
No, everything's
I feel like
fair
Yeah.
game.
Everything's fair game. Everything's
Only-
fair game.
the only serious thing about this movie was that the fact that I can't remember her name, but she was diagnosed with terminal cancer.
was
That was the
Jane.
only
Right.
serious thing about this movie.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was it.
And even then they kind of like played it off as not being like they tried to make it serious from her perspective, but then like she as soon as she got the hammer or whenever she turned to Almighty Thor, that she was just like, it's not a big deal.
Yeah, because that's the whole point of it. You know, the whole point is that she can turn to Almighty Thor and be perfectly fine. But if she goes back from that, the power of Thor took out all of the chemo that was helping her with the cancer, so she would just get progressively worse every time she turned into Almighty Thor.
Mhm.
Right.
So that was
Yeah.
the whole thing. You know, they did hint and tell that a little bit in the movie, but it was just
They tried
yeah.
to.
I mean, they did, but it was
Not as much as you would want it though. Like you saw like hints of it, like you're like, oh, this is not. But then another part, you're like, funny.
yeah.
Because like they were really just trying their best to be funny, even with the whole thing when they with Zeus
Oh yeah.
and they made him get naked,
Yeah.
and it was like
So
it's supposed to be comedy and stuff like that. But still, at a certain point, you're like, okay,
so there's this theory with the Thor movies that it's all narrated by every Thor movie is narrated by a different person. And whoever is narrated by sets the tone for the movie. So the first Thor was narrated by Thor. So it was him
It was?
being a jerk, and so it was like his vision of himself.
It was
and
narrated by Thor.
I, if I'm not mistaken,
It's the
yeah,
theory.
yeah, it's just a theory too.
Oh, okay.
You know, that's all.
We're not saying it's
Yeah,
real.
I'm not even
Oh, from
sure.
the perspective of who's
Yes,
telling. Okay, okay, okay.
yes, exactly. So, and then what was it? Thor: The Dark World, the second
Yeah.
one, that was supposed to be from the perspective of Loki, which is why it was darker in tone. And then, um, and then you have Ragnarok.
Yeah. So like when Nebby Ragnarok was the third
Yeah,
one,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Ragnarok. I'm not sure who they said was it perspective on, but
If I had to guess, probably Valkyrie. Wouldn't it not
it
be?
could have been. Yeah, it could have been because it had a more serious but comic tone. You know, it was. I liked the way Ragnarok did it. You know, it didn't
Yeah.
go too far.
It
As
was. It was good. It was balanced.
yes, yes, and then the theory for Thor: Love and Thunder was that it was actually from the perspective of Korg,
Yeah.
which made sense on why it was so a little far out there with the screaming goats and Zeus getting naked, and it was just being weird. It's because it's from his perspective, and he's a little wonky. He's always funny out there.
Yeah. That's true.
So
I
I
also
mean,
think that Taika Waititi kind of. I. He's a great director. I've seen like a few of his other movies,
hmm
and he knows how to do comedy. I think it was a combination of Marvel trying to like let him do like his thing, but also like making sure he hits certain beats
yeah,
where it felt like the progression of the story wasn't like it wasn't natural. I feel like I don't know. It just felt like it was forced. There was a lot of stuff going on that I felt like didn't really fit. Like I felt like they could have expanded more on it, pretty much. And I'm
yeah.
pretty sure COVID also had issues, or it caused issues because of like scheduling, and they. I feel like I think Thor,
It may have been.
Love and Thunder was it was filmed in that like area that
Yeah,
they have that they were shooting a lot of these stuff in. I forgot what it's called, but it's like it's the idea is really cool that you can just act and it basically shows the surroundings of what you're supposed to be looking at so the actors can actually see it too. So it makes it easier to shoot and get their reactions for stuff. Um but yeah, I feel like it could have been a lot better if they were to, I don't know how, but like find the right balance that Ragnarok did in terms of comedy and seriousness and all that stuff. Because I think overall the message is really good about like love and his newfound love for his daughter because he lost everything.
yeah,
Um yeah. So,
yeah.
any more thoughts?
I mean, I did. So that I did enjoy it. It's in my top five. It was a fun watch. It just there's way better movies in the list. So you
Yeah.
know,
Pretty much it. It's a fine 7 out of 10 movie.
yeah,
Yeah.
Just
I
no
I
something
do
which
think people were extra hard on it though, because
of
people were
course.
like
like normal.
trashing it as like the worst MCU movie of all time. And I'm like, bruh,
Nah, there's more.
literally the first two Thor movies are there.
Yeah, I didn't like Thor: Dark World. I didn't
I
like
didn't,
the second one.
I didn't like that one either.
Yeah,
I didn't watch the second one.
yeah, I didn't like that one.
Don't.
I thought Ragnarok was miles better, and even Thor: Love and Thunder is better than
Yeah.
Thor: The Dark World. So
Yeah.
that goes to show you how much I did not like the second one.
All right, brother Tay, you're number 4.
Hello. My number 4 is actually something that's probably gonna make you upset, which I'd love to see it. It's actually Spider Man.
Wow, really?
Yeah. No Way Home with Spider Man.
That
At
is
number four,
at
number
number
four.
Number
4.
4.
That's shocking.
So the reason why it's at number 4 is like unfortunately I was not able to finish Spider Man
You didn't
due to
finish
some unfortunate circumstances that had to let me leave the movie.
it. Okay.
And we're not gonna speak of that, but I was unable to finish it. But I enjoyed it halfway to a point where I was like, "This is a great movie,"
Did you ever
and I got
finish
to
it
see.
like afterwards?
No, I still haven't gotten the chance. I know it's on like I believe it's on Disney
Yeah,
Plus. I just haven't really got
Is
the
it on
chance.
Disney?
I haven't
I
really
don't
had
think
the
it's on
chance to
Disney
finish
Plus.
it.
It's on like streaming stuff, but
Yeah,
Yeah, like just I personally haven't got the chance to finish it, and I can't put it higher than the three movies above it that I finished. So that's why it's at number four. But I have no complaints about the movie. It was a spectacular movie, from all the ones that they brought back to the villains to I fucking hate Green Goblin still to this day because fuck that bitch.
yeah.
Oh, just it was. I have no complaints. It was beautiful, but I just wasn't unfortunately able to finish it, so I can't put it higher than what I have.
understandable. That's actually
That's fair.
that's fair. Yeah. So damn. So you didn't even see. Damn.
You didn't.
That's.
There are some parts I did not get to see. I got a lot of them, but there are some parts I know I missed that people talked about. I'm just like,
I'm
oh, I
pretty
missed
sure.
that.
Like, I mean, you
Damn.
said like spoiler. Like you, I'm pretty sure you
Yeah,
know
I seen some of the spoilers and
that.
stuff.
Okay.
Like I said, I just was not able to finish the whole movie.
Yeah. No. That. Damn. That sucks.
Yeah, that's what I do when I said when this was gonna come out. I was like, I know they're about to be mad at me for
No,
number
I'm not
four.
mad. I'm just so bad. I wish.
Oh, you clearly didn't see Brother
I
Zay's
was
face.
almost. I was there.
He,
I was there. You explained
Like,
yourself.
it's like,
He said, "What you gotta get Spider Man?" Nah, fuck this. I'm done with this podcast. I'm not doing this no more.
I feel
Not
like
doing this
one
with
time.
you.
Um. So I'll say my number four.
Okay, go ahead.
My number four is Shang-Chi.
Oh.
Oh, I guess it's not yours. So Shang-Chi was a breath of fresh air, especially after seeing Black Widow, because
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
Black
definitely.
Widow like really took a lot out of me, and I was just like, oh, do I really want to keep watching these movies? Like,
You knew he
but
was gonna. You knew he
I
was
was
gonna
gonna,
You
anyway.
were
You
I
knew
was
he
going.
gonna
was gonna.
force my way
You
whether I
lying.
liked it or not. But,
Exactly.
but no, Shang-Chi was a breath of fresh air. I really didn't have much expectations from it, just because I didn't really know anything about it, and um, from the trailers, it made it seem like it was a kung fu movie. I like kung fu movies, so I was like, okay. I mean, I had actually no plans to go out and see it. It was just one of those I'll catch it when I catch it. But it just so happened that the weekend it came out, I was out with my cousin at his house, and literally like last minute we were trying to find something to do, and we were just like, let's go see Shang-Chi. You want to go see Shang-Chi? I was like, I'm down. Let's go. Fine. And it was just one of those things that it really took me by surprise. Like I said, I had low expectations and it exceeded it tenfold. The action was great. The acting was great. I really like Wenwu. He really like brought life to that character and
Yeah.
brought redemption to that character, because they freaking made him a joke in what was it, Iron Man 3, the Mandarin. Even the
Yeah.
name is
He
kind of.
was bad in Iron Man 3.
But I also like that they brought that back as well. The guy, what's his name? Do you remember? Do you know the guy's actual name, right? The actor.
No, I don't know his actual
I
name.
can't remember
I'm
his.
terrible at. I'm terrible with names. I don't know if you've noticed.
I don't know, but yeah, no, it was great. I thought it was a nice, fun movie that really didn't need to tie into anything. I like that they did bring in the little uh I guess Easter egg. It's not really Easter egg. It was part of the story with Abomination,
Oh yeah, the fight
and it
scene
made you,
underground.
yeah, it made
Yeah.
you question like, yo, what is going on? Why the hell is Abomination with Wong? Like that seemed like really out there, and they followed it up in She-Hulk, so it
Yeah,
was
yeah.
it paid off.
Which was nice in She-Hulk. You know, all Wong, whenever Wong was on the screen in She-Hulk was really cool.
I mean, let's be honest. This Phase 4 is the Wongiverse, because he's been in like everything, literally, and he's everywhere. It's
He is the Sorcerer Supreme.
they call it the Wong CU.
Yeah,
But yeah, no, so it was
He was
good.
everywhere.
I feel like it has the potential to be greater with a sequel, and yeah.
all right.
So
So
Zay,
my number four is Doctor Strange, in the Multiverse of Madness.
really?
I knew it.
Yes,
Wow. Okay.
yes,
I knew it actually.
yes. It's number four, and I liked it. I enjoyed it. I really did. I just think that um, I just there's a lot better movies. I think the other movies are better in terms of the impact for the MCU as a whole. I
Okay.
yeah, I like Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. It's really fun for me to watch.
Yeah.
I got to see it with my son in the theaters. It was awesome, and he's a trooper because we sat through the whole thing. We didn't take no breaks or anything. And
Wow.
I thought we were gonna have to get up. I was gonna have to take him to the bathroom. I was gonna miss something, but no. He's a
Side
trooper.
note, you you mentioned that. So when I went to see Wakanda Forever, there was a scene that came up. It was I won't get into detail yet, but it was like an important scene, and my son had to go to use the bathroom.
Oh,
So I
Oh,
know. So we went, and I was like, "Come on, quick!" And I tried to hurry him up, and then like come back. My other son had to use the bathroom. I'm like, "Why did you not tell me that?" But thankfully, thankfully, my fiance went with him instead. So I got to
oh,
see. I didn't miss much, but I was so frustrated with him. I was like, "Why did you wait until I came back? You should have told me
mm.
before I left."
We go before the movie, and while the trailers are coming on, we go again.
Yeah, I should have done that. I should have
That's what we
taken
do.
precaution, but anyway, that's neither here
Yeah,
nor there.
yeah,
But
yeah. So,
speaking of children,
so,
I don't know how the mic caught that, but I caught it.
oh, you hear them?
Yeah, I
yeah.
can. That's what I'm saying. I don't know if the mic caught it, but I know I caught it. It's funny.
So like I was saying for Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, I love what they did with bringing in the Illuminati and everything. I really like the movie. I just think that others have bigger impacts.
Illuminati.
Yeah,
I was dying at that part. It was hilarious. Oh man.
because at that point in the MCU, they had defeated Thanos, and they were like, riding this high of them ruling, that
Hmm.
particular planet. They knew everything. They had everything down packed. So they were so cocky, and then she just came in there and was like killing all of them 1, 2, 3. It was great. Like I said, I liked the movie.
Oh
I
my.
really did. That's just where I have to place it for this particular phase in Marvel.
I'll I'll tell you more about it on the next one when I put it up in my ranking. Oh my god, I love that so much.
All right, fair enough.
Personally,
Fair enough. Who's going next for their number three?
I could
do
jump
Jay.
right into three,
All right, go ahead.
because my three was Shang Chi.
Okay, so
Yeah.
we swapped.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. We saw Shang
Okay.
Chi. Yeah. Shang Chi. Like you said, it was a breath of fresh air. It was great coming off of Black Widow to have such a good story, such good actors. The action was great. I love the directions and the visuals with his father at the end fighting, the dragons coming through. It was awesome. I had so much fun watching it. I was so surprised too because I didn't expect it. I just almost didn't watch it.
Yeah.
I was so done with at the time, just like whatever, because we had Black Widow and then Eternals. I was just like, I don't want to see it. But I was really surprised. I really loved it.
Catch you off guard.
Yeah, definitely did. Definitely did.
I'm glad I did because I think now they are gonna do a sequel, and I remember, I don't know if this was like a rumor or it was just somebody was saying they wanted to do it. I think they want to try and get Jackie Chan to be in the sequel,
Really,
and I feel like that would be really
That might work.
interesting to see
that'd be
what kind
dope.
of
But
character he would
as
be.
a I let you know, I just got a report he might be a little busy because apparently they're filming Rush Hour
Oh yeah,
4.
I literally just saw that right before we got on. Yeah,
Wow. Rush Hour 4. That's
Yeah, I
awesome.
saw that and I got it. I saw someone sent me a thing and then I saw it online. I was like, a fourth one. Take my money. Let's go. One more time.
there they
Facts.
won. There they won. Tay, you want to give
My
your
favorite
number
movie
three?
series. I can't do it. Technically, you're supposed to do number 3, but sure, I'll do number
You
3.
want me to? I'll do number three. Okay.
Yay.
All right. So my number three
That's you.
is Doctor Strange and Multiverse of Madness. So I really okay. So I wanted this to be my number one. Like when before it came out, I wanted it to be like the greatest like movie. I hyped it up so much. I was like, "Yo, there's gonna be crazy, so many multiverses, and there's gonna be so cameos." And I kept hearing like, "Oh, Loki's gonna be in it. The Wolverine's gonna be in
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
Everybody's gonna be in it." And I was like, and granted, I freaking Spider Man, Tobey Maguire is gonna be like. There was so many rumors, and
yeah.
I psyched myself up a little bit too much. So that's why I had to bring it down a few pegs because I wanted it to be a specific way and it wasn't. But that doesn't mean it's a bad movie. I really enjoyed it. I'm glad that they kind of held it back. It was a story. It was Doctor Strange's story, you know. It's and it was also Wanda's, and I also like how they did Wanda as well. I
Yeah.
felt they justified her actions rather than just like, oh, she was possessed or something like that where they normally would do. She
Mhm.
was a mother who wanted her kids, and honestly, as a father, I would be
You related the most to it.
yeah, I would be doing some shit if somebody took my kids or if I could get them back. You do what you
Yeah,
gotta
you
do.
get them back in one way.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I fully understand.
So yeah, I thought they did her justice in
Her,
that respect.
just want to say her fake kids because she created them.
I know
Okay, 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 okay.
that
Stop
she was
hating.
going to a universe where they weren't fake.
You
Yes,
are a parent.
Right,
Brother said,
yeah.
"What's going on?"
I understand, but like if she just created them off her mind, those are not her real
But
children.
there was a
They're
universe.
real. They're real in her heart. Stop hating.
Yeah, come on, have a heart.
I have a heart, for the real Wanda who nearly died trying to fight the crazy Wanda.
And blah 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 blah.
But no,
She lived. Who cares?
I really liked the inclusion of the Illuminati because that came out. I wish they would have saved it for the actual movie because they gave it away in I think it was like the Super Bowl trailer, and I wish they didn't do that because it would have been that much more of a shock. It probably would have gotten leaked ahead of time anyway,
Most likely.
but I really like that. I hope, I pray, please, Kevin Feige, bring back John Krasinski as Dr. Reed
Yes.
Richards because he is perfect for that role. I'm
Mm.
willing to accept somebody else, but please, I just want him.
No, he has to be it. He has to be it.
I know, but
When he popped up out of that portal, I was like, yes.
yes, I literally I freaking I popped like that's like I was
Hey,
excited.
brother, excuse me.
Man, he popped them into WWE terms. Don't be rude.
Yeah, that's what I was going for.
I knew exactly what you meant.
Yeah. But yeah, no, it got me hyped, and I like that they and what was it? It was what's the name? I lost my train of thought. Um, Monica Rambeau, that they made her
He's like,
Captain
I'll come
Marvel.
back.
Like it was different. They
Mm,
also brought the Inhumans into it, which that is a whole freaking can of worms because like that, like his inclusion, like sparked so much stuff because apparently the Inhumans were supposed to be Marvel's answer to the mutants after
yeah.
Fox bought the movie rights.
No, after Disney brought
Mm.
the movie rights from Fox.
No, but originally.
Yeah.
Someone bought the mutant rights. It just
No,
wasn't Marvel.
originally. So when Fox,
Oh, okay. Originally, yeah, yeah, yeah. I
yeah,
see what
so
you're
when
saying. Yeah.
Fox bought the mutants away from
Yes.
Marvel, they stopped putting emphasis on mutants. I think they didn't kill off. They ended the comic run of the X-Men, or maybe they stopped making them as much, and
Yeah.
then humans became popular. And well, not popular. They tried to make him popular, and that's where Kamala Khan came from, and all that. But
Yeah.
then when Disney got the mutants again, that's why we got
But
Kamala as a mutant now, because technically she was supposed to be a mutant, but they made her an Inhuman because of all that. It's a lot.
I know. I
It's a lot
know.
of behind the scenes
A lot,
stuff.
a lot of
it's
legal
that legal
jargon. Yeah,
copyright thing.
Yes,
exactly.
Yeah.
exactly.
It's always some
Yeah.
nonsense.
So what the Kamala in the MCU is the original intention for the character. But anyway, uh, yeah. So I like that they did give a nod to the Inhumans. I like that they brought Professor X because he is the only Professor
Oh,
X.
man.
I'm sure we'll get another one though, because he old. Like
I mean, the Professor X from the First Class was
Eventually.
good. From X
who?
Men First Class, James
McAvoy.
I can't. Yeah, I can't get his last name.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, but I thought he was a great Professor X for First Class series. It was good.
He's alright. I like Michael Fassbender as Magneto.
He's alright.
Although if they're gonna bring him back, he needs to be recasted as Doctor Doom. I feel like he would be a
Interesting.
perfect Doctor Doom.
Interesting.
Nah, Cat Williams.
What?
Have you not seen that? Have you not seen what's been going on with that lately?
No, what?
So apparently on this is literally on Instagram and TikTok, but they were like someone wanted to do a voice. They were like, who would you cast as Doctor Doom for Marvel? And someone wrote Cat Williams, and everyone ran with it. They were like, I need Cat Williams as Doctor Doom,
Oh
and they're like,
no.
they did the voice. It was like, Victor Van Doom is just chilling in the mountain of Caucasus. Why does everyone keep messing with me? And they do it in like the little Cat Williams voice and everything. It's like, no, I do not want to come down. I'm over here ruining my nation by my goddamn self.
That'd be hilarious.
If I have the video. I'll send it to you after we're done with this. I'll go look for it on my
Yes.
TikTok. But it's the funniest thing.
Please.
This is one of the funniest things I watched.
Send
when
that to
I'm
me.
just going through
That's
shit.
right. That's right up there with freaking everybody wanting to cast Danny DeVito in something.
Oh my god!
They want him to be everything. Like, have him be Detective Pikachu or
Yeah.
Furthermore,
Wanted him as Hulk.
that should have happened. I don't care what no one's. Danny DeVito as Detective Pikachu would have been the greatest thing I ever seen in my
would
life.
have, honestly.
And just Pikachu smoking cigarettes would have just made it better. Pika old for this Pika shit. Y'all miss. These are opportunities that we don't get enough of. Dan DeVito as Pikachu was fucking funny.
Anywho, we're talking about Doctor Strange.
Well, we can keep on it because Doctor Strange is my number 3.
Oh, it is? Okay, then you go. You take it from here.
No, number 3 is my favorite movie for this whole series is number 3, Doctor Strange, and a lot of things say I'm more the looking at it from the fan because you guys both know I don't watch trailers. I don't look anything into it. So when I go to movies, I have a blank slate. I'm like, yo, if it's gonna be good, it's gonna be good.
Right.
And coming in as soon as like I didn't know going in, I was going through the whole thing. As soon as like Wanda became like the villain, when he was like, I never mentioned her name, I was like, oh shit, game time.
Oh yeah, that was a good
And
reveal.
her,
Yeah.
I want to say right now, by far, Wanda was my favorite Marvel villain the whole time. Next to Thanos, that was my favorite Marvel movie villain.
You know what?
Because she wasted no time murdering people.
Nah, she was
She was on my timing.
she was brutal. She was brutal. She pulled.
So when the Illuminati came over, the Illuminati was like, "We could take them," and I was like, "I don't think you guys can."
Honestly, is she?
They probably could have.
Is she the strong? She freaking soloed the Illuminati.
Yeah.
Absolutely, there was no game. She was like, I killed Thanos when by saying the word. She's like, well, how you gonna speak with no mouth though? That was really much. If she was black, she was like, how you gonna speak with no mouth, nigga? And then it showed the mouth going. I was like, oh, she on different game time.
Yeah, that was a great scene.
And then I'm not gonna lie, she had by far. She was like she was by far my favorite thing of the whole movie, and just her doing like the director being known for her doing the jump scares with her,
Yes.
just like, oh, she's not there, and then her face showing up demonically. I was like, that's just perfect timing.
When she killed Professor X in his dream.
Oh, the snapping the neck was by far my favorite. That was the best movie.
That got me so good.
Because I was like, oh, there was nothing they're gonna do, and just, and I was like,
for me, it was when she came out like that bell. When she's like crawling out the bell like the ring. I was like,
yeah.
Oh no! Like Wanda in that movie by far probably was just perfection. Honestly.
Yeah.
And then even when Doctor Strange got stuck in the other dimension with evil or Doctor Strange, I was like, this is just perfect right now. Like everything about that movie was like I love that movie. I would have put it higher if I didn't love the other two a little more.
Right.
But I was on you. Once I watched it, I was like, damn, this could definitely be one of the best movies I've seen this year.
Yeah.
Easily.
It's up there.
Brother Zach.
Is it Brother Zach's turn or is it my turn?
You can go.
No, he has to do his number three.
No, I
He
did my
did.
number three. Yeah, it was
It's
Shang
Shang
Chi.
Chi.
Oh, was I not
No, you
listening?
weren't.
You
Yeah,
weren't.
clearly.
No, I remember it. I just
For
forgot. It's
that,
okay.
for
Short
that,
term
you
memory
could tell
loss.
your number two.
Okay, my number two is Shang Zi.
Shang Chi.
It's Shang. Yeah, Shang Chi.
Really?
Mostly because I didn't look like I missed Black. I didn't see Black Widow, and I had no attention to see it based on what I saw. Because honestly, it did not look fun. And like after hearing no one talk about it in a good way, I was like, okay, clearly it's not a good movie, or it just wasn't up to what everybody wanted it to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Watching it from a blank slate, I loved all the actors from it. Like I love how the chemistry was, the comedy moments were very well timed and everything, and even the action scenes were fantastic. I do remember the funniest thing is with the I went to see it as a group.
Mhm.
The main villain, the father,
Yeah.
my friends that I went to go see it was fawning over him, so it made it funnier for me. Actually, you're right. I did not actually remember him being in the man. I didn't remember that person being the Mandarin, but he was spectacular.
Well,
He's more respectful in that movie
so
as a villain.
no, so him that person himself wasn't in the other movie. It was somebody else pretending to be the Mandarin in Iron
Yeah.
Man 3, but
Mhm.
he was the actual leader, and this is
Uh,
where like he showed like he was
no, I
the
well
one trying to
as the
upgrade
villain
people.
backstory, as the backstory they gave the villain about meeting the mom was absolutely perfect. Him like
Oh yeah,
the main actor actually whose name I can't remember. Who I love him. He's a great
Emu?
person, and
oh,
actually,
Simu Liu.
Yeah.
yeah, I can't remember his name. I know. Funny enough, he does dances with like Jabberwockies and Ninjas, like the most famous dance crews in the world right
Yeah.
now.
Really?
hmm
Oh shit.
He does all. He's all over the place. He made one movie. He was like, "That's enough for me, baby. I'm getting all these checks now.
I got Marvel
He
money.
got he got the Marvel bag.
I got Marble bag, and now I'm getting called for Marble things. Let's go." But no, I it was like one of my favorite. It was one of my favorite movies to watch, just enjoyable scene wise. I had no complaints about it.
Good. Alright.
I could have put it number one if it wasn't for number one being number one.
Yeah. So my number two is Spider-Man No Way Home because so obviously I'm a big Spider-Man head. Like he's my favorite Marvel character, like bar none.
I'm more surprised you didn't put it number one.
I know. It's crazy, right? But my one, like literally the movie was just fantastic from beginning to end. My only critique and what kept it from being number one was that fact that it built up to the climax, which was the reveal of the other Spider-Man. So it's like I feel like because of that, everything kind of like on its own felt less than. Like everything was building to that moment, whereas um all the other stuff kind of fell to the wayside, in my opinion. Not drastically for me to be like, oh, this movie sucks, but I feel like people are putting it on the pedestal as being like the greatest Marvel movie ever in history. Like it's like
Oh.
up there, like God's gift to the MCU. And I'm just like, relax. It's great. It had a lot of cool moments, but I feel like they built this movie around nostalgia.
Yeah.
And while that's great for the initial viewing, subsequent viewings, after you already know what's going to happen, you start to realize that the movie itself had like nothing else going for it other than the big reveal of the other Spider-Man. Because you kind of knew it was going to happen, but you just weren't 100% positive. All the other villains come, so why wouldn't they come? So it's like you build it up in your mind, and then when it happens, it hits like so great. And it was honestly right up that reaction when they first came through was right up there with Endgame when Captain America picked up the hammer.
Yeah.
It's,
Captain to your left.
yes, and that also, and then he said Avengers Assemble finally. Um,
hmm
yeah, it's right up there with that, and it was such a cool moment. But like I said, after that, and once you try and watch it again, I feel like the movie kind of it could be a lot better, and all the side
I thought of
stories
something.
could be could have it deserved its own like care in the story, because I feel like it just kind of fell to the side while you know I feel like I'm repeating myself. But
No,
yeah,
No, you're right.
so
so
that
that's my number two.
that's my number two as well.
Really?
No surprise. My
Wow, I
number
thought
two.
Everyone
the
that's
way you reacted made it seem like it wasn't.
No, it was, but I was like, so it's definitely a lot of fan service in this movie. You
Yes,
know, bringing in all the Spider Man and all that. But it was great. I loved it, and you just knew it was gonna happen. But the reveal was so awesome.
yes.
You know, um, my favorite, absolute favorite part, and what made it like really great movie for me was when Andrew Garfield's Spider Man flew down and caught Zendaya's
MJ.
character MJ, and that tear after he found like he caught her, like he
Yeah.
redeemed himself. That scene was great.
no whiplash.
Bro, stop it, bro. I knew you were gonna say something. I knew it. Dang.
I had what?
Damn it. I knew you were going to say something.
What? Look, sometimes you break back, sometimes you break necks. Who knows?
Oh, man. Oh,
You are,
no.
you are wrong for that one.
So, yeah, that for me,
I'm wrong.
yes,
Said the nigga
yes,
who-
you're wrong.
I'm not the one. I'm not the one who caused whiplash. I'm just saying.
So that scene itself was like, that made the movie for me to be the number two, Like, it was really powerful. And when he just like, he made sure that she was safe before anything. He learned his lesson. And yeah, he did, and he cried because he knew that he redeemed himself by saving MJ, and that scene was so powerful to me. It was great. I loved it. So just that one scene alone, and throughout the whole movie, that one scene really made the movie for me.
No, what made the movie for me was, and Tay brought it up earlier when he was talking about it. Freaking Green Goblin. All these years later, still got
Still,
it.
Yes,
He Willem
yes.
Dafoe,
still,
he is top
Is he-
notch.
And isn't he like almost 70? And he was
Yes.
out there kicking
Don't matter.
ass.
Yes.
don't matter. It still gets you. He's still that good enough to
Yes.
get you.
Yo, he
Wait, in your mind, he's like, "Yo, that is the real Green Goblin." There's certain people you look at, certain actors, like the same way people look at like Wolverine
Yeah.
yes.
and Hugh
Hugh Jackman.
It's just
Yeah.
yeah. I was about to call him Hugh Hefner. Way off.
What universe are
Way
you
off.
in, sir?
Right?
Not that, but like it was the
Is
Hugh.
it, is
The same
is
Hugh
it the
stuff.
the X Mansion or the Playboy Mansion?
I would like invites to both, actually. But no, it's just like certain people you'll be like, damn, that's that character. And when you see him, you're like, I fucking hate that man. That's Green Goblin. And there's nothing else you can do about it.
Yeah, his performance was top notch. That
Yeah.
switch from when he was like playing like the
Uh,
innocent
Norman.
man.
Norman.
Yeah,
I-
when he's playing innocent
his whole-
Norman, the switch to Green Goblin, he's like,
Oh yeah,
that
his
leap
whole
trick of
spew.
yours, that voice. It was like, I was like, oh, it's so good.
That whole speech he gave, and I think he was like, it's like when we could become gods. I was like, damn, I might be a villain. And he convinced me.
Yeah. No, but and then
Shit made perfect sense to me.
not only that, but another thing that kind of like took it down just slightly a peg is that it left a lot of plot holes that they had to subsequently figure out how to explain it. Like for instance, like what happens? Well, first of all, the whole Venom tease that they did in the ending of
Forgot about
Venom,
that.
and then yeah, he was there, but then he wasn't. Like, how did he get there?
He
And
was chilling. He was in
Yeah.
the apartment chilling, like eating Cheetos, watching
Yeah.
what's going on, and then all of a sudden he's gone. It's like, what?
and then the one thing that got me, and to this day I've been looking for an explanation. I still don't know like how it even works or whatever, or why they even did it. But anyway, it's a movie. They Doctor Strange said he knew of a spell to get people to forget, right? He messed it up,
Mhm.
and that's what caused other things. So if he knew that the answer was to just do the spell again, but have everybody forget. Why didn't he just do it right away? If he knew the way to send everybody back was to just do the spell again, why did he not do it again?
Because we don't have a movie that way, Jay. Damn it!
I know.
I don't need your goddamn logic.
Like I said, it's a movie.
I have 3 hours to waste,
You
motherfucker.
kind of have to just suspend your
3 hours.
disbelief. But that always bugged me for some reason. I just couldn't let go. But anyway,
You don't know how often I watch movies and my brain goes like, "Why didn't they just do that in the first 20 minutes?"
there's a lot of movies like that. Like I know the famous one is
I'm like, what?
the Lord of the Rings one, where it's like, why couldn't they just fly to Mordor?
Why didn't they fly? Yeah, on the eagle's
Yeah.
backs. Yeah.
Yeah, they have
Oh
to
my God, I
they
love
spent
that.
3
It's fucking
movies
funny.
walking there when they could have just flew.
Yeah.
Oh, don't get me started on the Hobbit. That shit was
As
ridiculous.
Gandalf was falling, he's like, "Fly, you fools! They could have just flew."
Like, yo,
Yeah.
My favorite. I want to know my favorite thing. I know you two have probably watched have watched Harry Potter,
Yes.
all of them. My favorite thing is like Dumbledore knew that Voldemort was going to go kill Harry Potter's parents, and he did nothing. What's going on there? That's it. That stops the whole franchise.
pretty much.
But here we are, 7 movies later, getting this money.
But yeah, so
No, I think everyone here has the same number
I
one.
think
Yeah.
it's pretty clear what the
We
number
know.
one is.
Everybody knows.
Because, God damn, it was great.
Wakanda forever.
Forever. Talking beautiful.
Nah,
movie.
I that movie just blew me away. Like I was ready to put Spider-Man as my number one, and that
Till he watched the first hour of Black Panther.
yes,
He was like,
I was
"Never
like, you
mind."
know what? Nah, this is it. Like I thought the way they handled like Chadwick's passing and like the transfer of his mantle and the I don't want to say downfall of
Although-
Wakanda, but like the turmoil that they're going through because of his loss, like all that, it was just done perfectly. It was
It made sense.
yeah, it
Yeah.
made
That was the spectacular thing, is that it all made sense, and even like when things happen, you're like, "Well, how about this?" And they're like, "Well, this and this." You're like, "Oh, okay, I'll shut up."
yeah.
Got it.
It was an impossible task. Like let's be honest, it was impossible for them to try and make this movie without Chadwick, but they did it, and that's
They did
honestly
it.
that alone deserves.
Kudos to Ryan Coolidge, the director.
Yeah,
Kudos
right.
to
That-
Ryan
the whole-
Coogler.
Yeah, all of them. Like they did such an amazing job, and you,
Well, they all did it. You can tell just watching that how much
And
emotion was in that movie.
I
when
was
they made
I
it.
was so skeptical because I'm pretty sure you guys heard like during the production about what's her name, Letitia Wright, the one who plays
yes,
Shuri, with the whole vaccination stuff like that.
Mhm.
That was getting me worried because I was
then
like,
she
yo,
got injured.
yeah. Then she got injured, and it was a whole freaking thing, and I was worried for a minute, but they stuck the landing, and freaking Namor. Oh my god. You have no idea how like
Oh.
cool he freaking was. Like it's one thing
Hold
to
on, him?
what's that?
When they introduced him and like his backstory and how everything worked for him, I was like, I gotta see more of this person in general.
No, that
Yeah.
the first part where they go to Talokan, then they show like the air or like the community and stuff like that. It was
Oh, it was spectacularly beautiful.
yeah, no, it was beautiful. The music that song that they played during that scene, I was listening to it as soon as it came out on the soundtrack. I was listening on repeat. I said it in the chat when I was talking about the soundtrack. Like that song was on repeat. It was so beautiful. But yeah, no,
That soundtrack's gonna be beautiful again.
the action was great. The story was great. Riri Williams was great. I thought they
Yeah.
did her well. Yeah, no, it's just honestly, it's hard. It's hard not to pick Wakanda Forever as number one.
And it's hard. We can't really, because the movie technically is still new. We can't really do too many spoilers about it.
Yeah, I won't go too into too many spoilers.
But,
I basically what
just,
you've already said.
Just as the first hour of the movie was a beautiful send off
Yeah.
Yes.
to everybody that didn't get that chance to do it, and it was spectacular.
Yeah.
Honestly, Black Panther, the second one was like one of the 4 movies that ever made me cry watching a movie.
Yeah. No,
Can I?
it almost got me. I I won't go into detail why, but I've said before
If
what
you,
makes me cry, and
yeah,
it almost
you
got
have,
me.
and I've said it. I think I've said it in previous episodes. If you get to watch watch the movie all the way to the end for Black Panther
Yeah,
2, because I shed a tear at the end. Like that whole ending sequence made me shed a tear.
yeah, and it was so respectful to like it was it, it was just perfect. Honestly, I can't really say much more than that. Like it was perfect. And very
But
rarely
I want you to
do
know,
you get to see a movie like that.
I want you to know my favorite part is when a certain special guest makes an appearance in a certain world, and I'm just like, yeah,
Oh yeah, no.
what you gonna do?
That yeah, that got me. You know what? I heard rumors.
I think Brother Zay knows exactly what I'm talking about. He got it.
I know, because I didn't. All right, so to preface, I didn't get to see everything of Black Panther, even though it is the number one. I still didn't get to see everything, but I read up on it and I've watched clips, so I know what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you want
So
us to
now
say it, or is it
yeah, no, you
too?
could say it's fine. Like I said, all fair game on this list.
Okay,
I'm gonna do it for
freaking
you.
Killmonger. Like
Hmm.
Yep.
that threw me like at first because I had an idea of what they were gonna do. I thought when Shuri was gonna go to the ancestral plane, I thought she was gonna see like her mom, obviously because she just passed away earlier, and then I thought she was gonna see her and then her father, and I thought she was gonna see a version of T'Challa, not in his human form, but
But just hear
as a
it.
panther.
Just
Because
Oh, okay.
yeah,
when T'Challa went to the ancestral plane, he saw his family members as panthers. Yeah,
Panthers.
they were in a tree. So I thought that's what they were
Yeah,
gonna do to like kind of skirt away from like they show he's in the movie, but he's not like he just like passed or whatever. So he's still trying to figure out, or he's not ready to show himself, or something like that. Um,
yeah.
Although I'm kind of glad that they didn't do it because the Killmonger one just it got me.
Kill no Killmonger showing up in that special in that plane just as like you've seen it literally when she goes into it and it's just the empty throne room and it's just him
Yeah,
there like what's up cuz and I was like yeah this is what I wanted
yeah,
because
and it
this is what I
and it made
wanted.
sense too because Shuri was fueled with rage and revenge and all that
Revenge.
stuff, and that's exactly what
That's how
Killmonger.
that's what he ran on.
Yeah,
Fuck
so it was.
it. He ran on my desire to burn the world. This is why Killmonger is my favorite villain. You understand? We all agree Killmonger was right. All of them.
He's not
He
fully
let his
right.
rage get the best of
He's
him.
not fully right, but
All right, his what he said was right. While how he went about it was completely wrong.
okay,
How he went about it was wrong. But his intentions, yeah.
true.
Well, actually, no. Fuck his intentions. What he said out loud was right. Because his true intentions were not what his true intentions were. But when he was like, "I'm going to free my people and help my people," out, you're like, "Yeah, that's right, Killmonger." And then when you goes like, "No, hey,
Wait,
that's
wait,
not all.
hold
You're
on,
just
hold on,
using that
hold
shit, aren't you?"
on.
Wait a minute, hold on. What is this?
Oh yeah, they're like, excuse me, brother.
Yeah, you're doing it how?
It's like we're gonna burn this bitch. Wait a minute.
No.
So we're gonna go free our people. People like us are struggling. Like yeah, people like us are struggling, and we're gonna burn it down. One, pardon? Everyone just turns around like, did he just say burn it down? Burn it down? I didn't know Seth Rollins was coming. This is crazy.
But yeah, so Black Panther easily top. I want to say Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, probably top 5 MCU movies of all time.
One of my favorite top five
That's a
movies.
big praise. That's
It is a big praise.
Yeah,
I don't know where, but I feel confident
it's
in
up there.
saying
Yeah, for sure.
in top 5.
That's for you and Brother Zay to do because I'm not. That's not
Yeah,
things I want to be part of. It's not anything I want to be part of. I'm gonna get insulted a few
No. It
times.
doesn't matter where you put it. It has to be in at least top five for sure. I agree.
No, I was like, if we do if they were like top 5 movies of all MCU, and I'm just like, fuck. I gotta go through all the lists. Like, did I see that one? I don't remember anymore. Fuck it, I don't know.
Not that you don't remember.
There's some movies I see and I'm like, what the fuck is this? And then like after watching it for 30 minutes, like, oh shit, I remember this movie.
No, that happens to
Fuck
me
this
all the
movie.
time. Yeah.
I did that shit today within my at my job. My coworker was talking to me about The Ritual, a horror movie. And I was like, "The fuck is that?" And then we watched 20 minutes of it. I was like, "I know this fucking horror movie. Turn this shit off. I don't want to
um.
see this shit again."
So yeah, like what one thing that I really hope is that actually comes true or it happens because there was rumors that they're trying to find a director for Secret Wars, Avengers Secret Wars, and Ryan Coogler is in the running for it, and I hope he gets it because that would be amazing.
I don't see why he wouldn't get it. He's done an amazing job.
Yeah, he is. He's 3 for 3 because
Yeah.
he did the first Black Panther. He also did Creed,
Yes.
and that was really great too. So
I'm gonna watch. Can't wait to see that second Creed. That next Creed.
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
so if he gets it, I'm telling you, it's easily gonna top Endgame, easily.
It's gonna be black on
Ooh,
black.
top end game, huh?
Yes, Secret Wars will. I'm calling it right here. December 8th. This is when we're recording
This man
it.
had to look.
I don't know my dates. December 8th.
It's okay.
This is
Neither do I.
airing December 10th.
That's it.
Avengers.
Don't put that on me.
Avengers Secret Wars will
The
top
fuck.
Endgame easily. Easily. That's it.
It's making producer Jay moist. We gotta stop.
So it has the potential to be because me and you, we know Secret Wars.
Exactly.
You know, we know Secret Wars.
I told you,
It
I go watch every movie in a blank slate,
yeah.
the way it should
So
be.
it has that
At my age.
potential, and I can't wait. 2022, 2026, I think it says supposed to be.
I think it's 2026. Yeah.
But you know how things are going; they're pushing things back, so it could be 2027. Let's just hope we're alive.
Don't speak that into existence. Come on.
Listen, this.
You said make it at 2027? Oh hell no, I'm killing myself tonight. Fuck this.
Oh,
I ain't doing nothing to make
excuse
it.
me, brother.
You are excused. In fact, you said 5 years. That means I have look. Let's be happy I made it to 29. How about that? Let's see if I make it to 29. Let's be happy on those. 1 year at a time.
Okay.
The way my life goes, at a certain point, I'm surprised I'm still here.
Oh my god.
All right. Let's let's wrap this up before we get in trouble.
What more? Too late.
Demonetized.
We're making money. Hold on. Wait a minute. I take back everything I said.
Oh, now.
Yeah. Right.
I'm willing to sell out for the bag. We all knew this. Thank you for listening.
Yeah, go ahead.
Thank you for listening to the Excuse Me Brother podcast. It's been great to see you all. If you want to follow us, please on our YouTube channel, please like and subscribe. To Excuse Me Brother YouTube channel, where I look at the comments, not all the time, but I look at them. Follow us on Apple, Google, wherever the fuck you listen to your podcast stuff. I'm in there like somewhere. You know it. Follow us on Instagram, excuse_me_brother. That's with an A, not an ER. Again, not being racist. You can email us at excusemebrotherpodcast@gmail.com. There's a whole link tree. You can go to our TikTok, which I actually forgot the name of, but fuck it.
It's Excuse Me Brother podcast.
See, there you go. That one's racist. It has the ER. But thank you once again. I've been your host, Brother Jay. This has been producer. What the fuck? I've been your host, Brother Tay, with producer Jay and Brother Zay.
Yes, thank you for having me.
Thank you all.
See ya.
Fuck, I just call myself Brother Jay. I'm much taller than that. That's disrespectful. Peace, love, violence, Killmonger was right.
You
Deuces.
did what I did in the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like, you're light skinned. Like, there's a difference. It's not even about the height, it's just the skin color.